Yep. No noise on the reverse. Go ahead, please.
Okay, roger there. We do have the numbers. Okay, go with numbers. Over.
Go ahead with your numbers. Thank you.
Okay, this is Saturday, May the 1st, and this is net number 404, and of the COVID Aries net. And in Ontario today, we had 3,369 cases and 29 deaths. Leaves us with a grand total of 459,477 cases, 443,010 cases resolved, 8,029 deaths. UK variant is 69,442. You can see that's gone right up. South African variant is 772, and Brazilian is 281. In hospitalization, we have 2,154 patients in hospital today with COVID-19. ICU units is 900. That's the highest I've seen it. And that's really concerning. Ventilators, 637. In Hamilton, we had 17,278 cases, 14,841 cases resolved, 360 deaths, 1,773 active cases, and 131 cases in Hamilton today. Halton region had 15,195 cases so far, 14,139 cases resolved, 213 deaths, 843 active cases, and 120 cases today. The Niagara region had 13,925 cases so far, 10,400 cases resolved, 394 deaths, 3,131 active cases, and 112 cases today. Brant County had 2,728 cases so far, 2,507 cases resolved, 17 deaths, 204 active cases, and 33 cases today. Haldimand Norfolk had 2,305 cases so far, 1,988 cases resolved, 41 deaths, 271 active cases, and 5 cases today. Toronto had 143,659 cases so far, 132,109 cases resolved, 3,084 deaths, 12,962 active cases, and 1,353 cases today. London region had 10,487 cases so far, 9,331 cases resolved, 200 deaths, 956 active cases, and 104 cases today. Windsor area had 15,479 cases so far, 14,565 cases resolved, 414 deaths, and 45 cases today. The hotspots for today are Toronto, 1,353, Peel, 860, York, 444, Durham, 329, and Ottawa, 327. In Hamilton Health Science hospitals, we have 117 patients with COVID-19. In the ICU units, we have 53. Okay, this is some good news. The European Union, they're looking at the Pfizer vaccine for children 12 to 15 years old. They've done some studies there, and we'll be hearing a little bit more about that for giving it to kids. And Pfizer's been the leading on this, so that's a good thing. Anyway, Arpad, that's where we stand for this Saturday. Anyway, people, if you have a chance to get the vaccine, get the vaccine. Please, 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 please wear a mask. A mask is your only protection if you haven't been vaccinated. And keep the distance, the 2-meter rule, and wash your hands. That's all you can do to fight this and try to keep the numbers down. This is Victor Echo 3 Tango Tango Oscar, turning it back to net control.
Short.
Go ahead, Short.
I'll give you 1 second, Arpad. I got an announcement for everybody. Give me a second. Okay, those guys have a new text app on a new text app they made. It was on the news today. If you guys text 1-833-356-1683, text your postal code to that number, and that'll give you all the pharmacies around your area doing the vaccine. So once again, the number is 1-833-356-1683. Text your postal code to that number, and that will give you all the vaccines that are available for you in your area.
Okay, very good, Gary. Huey. Do appreciate that information. If anybody is looking for that number, just ask for Huey for it. Okay, very good. Give me that number one more time. I'm going to write it down in case somebody is looking for it.
1-833-356-1683. Now, it only works for parts of Ontario around here. They're working to make a province-wide, but as it stands right now, all you do is text your postal code of your area you're in to that number, and it'll give you all the locations of the pharmacies that will do the vaccine.
Okay, thank you very much. And if anybody's looking for that number, I do have the number. 1-833-356-1683. Thank you very much, Huey. And Gary, you were coming in with an S5. Actually, on this radio, I have an S7. That's the maximum number. So you're giving me 5 bars of that 7 bars. Do you have anything else to add to the net?
You should buy your son an ice cream cone, too.
No. He's going to have to buy me. It's his turn now. I paid last time. He pays now.
Gary, he's too cheap.
What can I say? Arpad's, I don't know what to say, Huey. I feel sorry for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Need someone to feel sorry for me. See, Arpad, what to tell you? Stop being cheap.
You know what you got to really have to feel sorry for St. Kathy there, because she's got to put up with that, eh?
All the abuse, but we gotta love them.
Yeah, Huey, actually, I'm not cheap. I don't have much money because I bought a brand new radio and it was costing me so much money. Now I'm broke, so you're gonna have to lend me some money. That nice radio that I bought, it has nothing to do about cheapness.
Rub it in more there. Rub it in more.
Oh, come on. Good buddy, 10-4. Anyways, Gary, do you have anything else to add to the net?
Well, with these ICU numbers going up to 100, that's really concerning. If you're going to need a ICU bed because you had a heart attack or something like that, they may have to make a decision on you. That's what this triage system is. Some will make it, some won't, and so that's scary. So let's hope that the numbers drop within a few days and stuff comes down to normal. Just remember, it was 300 the other day there. It's gone right up there. So that's something we have to be really concerned about.
Yeah, I guess my recommendation then everybody should be shaving all the time. And you have to be a good looking because when the doctors are going to make that decision at the ICU, if you are good looking, you have a better chance to survive.
Well, just tell Kathy to keep paying that life insurance. That's all. Anyway, 73, so we'll catch you later. V3 TTO.
All right, Gary, and thank you very much for your research. Thank you very much for your time, and do appreciate your check-in. Thank you. And yeah, you're doing an S5. Everybody's signal is coming in quite good today. And the next station is Richard. Please go
ahead. Good evening, Arpad and all. And that, well, I finally got released yesterday from jail, and it was not look at the same walls all the time. So I'm free and clear, and they locked me up because of my humor and which were bad, and so they wanted me out of their sight for a while to recharge. And find out today there's a new receptionist. They hired a new receptionist, and she did a couple hours with one of the other receptionists to start learning what to do. And she was warned about me, and I immediately gave her some of my bad humor. Started her off right off the bat.
Yeah, roger that. And thank you very much, Richard. And yeah, actually, I checked your signal on reverse, and I'm in the mobile in Stony Creek, and up on the top of the mountain. And you're coming in with one bar, and looks like we could able to communicate in simplex mode as well. Do you have anything else to add to the net?
Nothing more, Arpad. And so it's. I'll let you get on with the net. And there's find out there's another person here that's from Hungary, and his name's Milo. I don't know his last name, so they're slowly Hungarians are slowly creeping into the place.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's. I think what it is, it's like when you buy a new car, let's say like you buy a new minivan or something, a Chevy Venture minivan. Then you notice how many more people on the because you bought that vehicle and you pay more attention to those vehicles, and you know, like that's because you know one Hungarian guy. Now you're paying more attention to the Hungarians. So I said, hey, look at these. There's a whole bunch of them Hungarians here. No, it's the same as what it was before, but you weren't paying attention.
They're taking over the world.
And get to the point where we have to put up a flagpole and round up the Hungarian flag. You would love that, wouldn't you, Arpad?
Yeah, well, you see, if I would love the Hungarian flag, I wouldn't be here. So, you know, that's the way it is. And I heard somebody made a comment, the Hungarians are taking over the world, and yeah, that's true. Actually, when I left from Hungary, I did not have a passport. The government refused to give me a passport, and basically, I had to come here. And you guys believe it or not, my passport said alien. So when I came into this country, I was a alien, so alien passport, and I wish the Canadian government gave me my passport back, and I could frame it and put it up on the wall, but they took it away from me for some reason, because you can't have no alien passport anymore.
So at least you're Hungarian enough from outer space. You know, the ET.
Yeah, roger that. All right, thank you very much. And yeah, Hungarians are taking over the sausage stand at the Starskis. that's what they are taking over only. All right. Thank you very much, Richard. And this is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta with the COVID-19 ARS lockdown.net. We are at day number 404 today. And if you guys are looking for the website, it's not running tonight because I'm located in the mobile in Stony Creek, Ontario, and up on the top of the mountain. And do we have any news stations anywhere who would like to check in and say hello? Please go ahead.
Victor Echo 3 Alpha, Juliet Foxtrot.
Victor Echo 3 India Tango Whiskey.
Victor Alpha 3 November Charlie Alpha.
Victor Alpha 3 Alpha Delta Papa Michael in the star.
Okay, I heard AJF, MNON, Bob, NCA, and APD, I believe. Low audio again, but I'm going to check your reverse. Maybe I can hear you better on the audio. And MNON, I'm going to check your reverse. I'm on the top of the mountain today, so in the mobile. Maybe I can hear you better today. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, Arpad and all on that MNON, North York here, Bathurst, Wilson area. Yeah, I got the repeater's not coming in as strong as usual, only about an S7. And on direct, you're coming in the same strength as the repeater, S7. So I think would do better on direct rather than through the repeater. No traffic at this time, Arpad, back to you. VA3, VAD, V3AJF.
Okay, very good. Very good, Emnon. Yeah, I guess location. Yeah, I'm on the top of the mountain. The difference between my home location and this one, altitude-wise, it's 100 meter higher. So, yeah, it's 300 feet. Yeah, I can see it's working very well. On this radio, I'm using a Camwood radio, a Camwood D710. And on this radio is 1 bar is quite good. If I hear someone with 1 bar, the audio has to be good as well. And you're coming in with 2 bars tonight, actually. And yeah, the maximum strength on the scale here is S7. I got 7 bars, and you give me 2 of them, those 7s, and absolutely no noise, crystal clear. So I guess in a case of an emergency, it would be a good location for me to set up a station here and occupy the sky.
Yeah, set up a mobile home up there or a tent that they can...
Yeah, or just, because it's a case of an emergency, just park a fire truck up here and put the yellow tape around so nobody would bother us, right? And they would have a generator and everything, and, we're going to create an emergency station up here on the top of the mountain for a long-distance relay service. And, Gary is going to organize that. So, Gary, get the keys for the fire trucks. Now, why I said that, because there's no keys for the fire trucks. It's an emergency vehicle, and they're not supposed to have any keys. And very good, Emnon. Do you have anything else to add to the net?
No, not tonight. That's it for me. Back to you, Arpad. B3AJF.
Yeah, Emnon, just before you go, can I do a quick test here? I'm going to drop the power down. And this radio is modified. Right now it's running on 50 watt, and I'm going to drop it down to 1 watt, 1 single watt. And I would like to see if you can able to hear me. And okay, this is the 1 watt, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 watt transmission. And I'm back to 50 watt now. Did you able to hear me?
Okay. Can you do another 1 watt transmission? Let me double check.
Okay, I'm on 50 watt right now, and if you want to check on reverse, I'm dropping it right now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 single watt, 1 single watt. And back to 50 watt.
Okay, with 1 watt, you dropped to about an S1, S2. I could hear you, but it would have been difficult passing traffic
but you were making it.
Okay, very good. That's not bad. All the way from Stony Creek, from the mountain, I can make it to Toronto, to your location with 1 watt. So that's proofs. A location is very important. And I know this radio. I did modify the radio actually, and I went into the service menu, and that's why I like the Kenwood radios. You can go into the service menu, and you can set it up the way you want it. The radio is set up to 1 watt, 10 watt, and 50 watt. And thank you very much. And you're coming in loud and clear on both sides through the repeater. Actually, you were quite good on the repeater today. Absolutely no noise. Thank you, Amnon. And Bob, good to see you. Maybe I'll flash my light later on for you, just in case. Go ahead, please.
Good evening again, Arpad, and Kathy sitting beside you there. You're if I disconnect the antenna, you're 20 over, and you're +9 with the antenna disconnected at 1 watt, and with the antenna connected, you're +40 here, Arpad.
Oh, +40, yeah. This one puts out 50 watt. This radio, so I know some of the radios they put in actually not that many radio puts out 50 watt. Usually it's like 40, 45 watt, the 440 side, and but this one is 50-50 on both sides, 2 meter and 440, and you know what? That's why I modified it, because sometimes the power is too much, and when you set up the radio in crossband mode. This one does crossband. You don't want high power. It would drain the battery, and the duty cycle could be high. Very good, Bob, and thank you very much for that test. And I'm very sure you could able to hear me. Probably if you would put a dummy load on, we could able to talk on the dummy load as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. And there's a nice tree farm for sale down by 50 Road there on Ridge Road and 50. You get that. There's lots of property.
Yeah, that's why I asked Huey to do the GoFundMe page, and I'll put him in the basement. And Kathy already pointed out. She looked up that property. How much was it?
38 acres.
How much was it?
I don't know how much it is.
We don't know how much it is, but she already 38 acres. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's how much is it? 2.75, I think.
Oh, that's not that much. My uncle's house in Toronto, he sold, you guys believe it or not, he sold it for $500,000. That was 8 years ago. And right now it's, how much was it? 2.5? Yeah, $2.4 million. So 2.5, $2.4 million. And it's crazy in Toronto. So I told him he just sold that house, the new house what he bought, and I said I just looked up your old house. You sold it for $500,000, and now they want 2.5 million. That's crazy. The guy in 8 years, he wants to make $2 million.
Yeah, Toronto is any place in Ontario. You definitely don't want to be out of the market for any length of time, or you're going to lose. Anyway, thanks for being there and doing the net, and we'll catch you again tomorrow, Arpad.
All right, and thank you very much, and do appreciate your radio check, and you are living at a good place. You should have an antenna set up here and set up a crossband or something. You're going to have to find some friends up on the top of the mountain here and, tell them you're just going to have a TV antenna installed. Thank you very much, Bob. And V83NCA, please go ahead.
Good evening, Arpad, and good evening, everybody else. Tonight, there's a chance you might hear me. From Dundas, from where you are when you're on 50. I don't hear you when you're on 1, but that's not too surprising. It's maybe my only chance to get you on direct. Anyways, back to you, Arpad. No other traffic. VA3NCA.
All right. Well, I did not hear you. I did turn the radio down, and actually, you know what? I used to live in Toronto, and I lived on the 29th floor, and the management let me put an antenna on the 30th floor, so they were quite nice. And this radio is this mobile. If anybody is looking for a mobile radio, I would highly recommend the D710. Get the G version. It has a built-in GPS. It does APRS and everything like that. 50 watt both sides. And why I would recommend that, it's a very, very, very sensitive radio. And the filtration is extremely sensitive. And anytime when I heard a weak station from my condo back in those days, I heard them on the ICOM radio, and I could not able to pick them up on the ICOM, so I had to switch. I used the same antenna with the 4-position switch, and I switched to the Camwood radio, and the Camwood radio always pulled in the signal, so it's much more sensitive than most of them. But even with that sensitivity, I'm not hearing you today. But hey, that's okay. Long as you're coming through a repeater, that's the main thing. And I'm glad you can hear me with the higher power. And I switched over to 1 watt just to see Emnon can hear me all the way down to Toronto. So that's good news. Back to you.
I've got some things to try here between taller antennas and better receivers and all that stuff. But I guess between you and Emnon, there's a better altitude there than between you and Dundas. I'm a little bit down in the valley here, but keep working on improving my station and practice with check-ins like this. I appreciate it. Thanks, Amnon, and good evening, everybody. I'll hear from you again tomorrow. To you, Amnon, Arpad, VA3NCA.
All right, thank you very much. And it's good to know to go around sometimes and test out the radios from different locations. And you never know what's going to happen in the future. And basically, if somebody would be up here in the mobile, that would be a good relay station to Toronto or whatnot. Just imagine we have no power, and repeaters are not working and whatnot. And basically, we would have one person sitting up here and relay the messages down to Toronto, and that would be quite powerful. Information service. Sometimes the satellites are not out. We have no phone service, so we would be very important people at that time. Anyways, thank you very much. And the next station is V83APD. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. And I did get in contact with George. They did make the change in the database. So I don't know what happened with Mr. John Williams Sr. Might be a situation, but I probably should look into that. Looks like he's not up there. Since 2015, I believe it was. So now I have it. Taking it over, I guess. Anyway, not much to report. Just playing around with the magnet today, and just taking it easy, staying safe, keep my distance, and hopefully you're doing well. Pretty interesting conversation tonight. I'm enjoying listening to this. I'll pass back to you. VA380.
Okay, very good. Actually, that was a quite interesting transmission today. When I was listening to you on the repeater, you are very weak. Audio-wise, you are very weak on the repeater and hard to hear you. But when I go into reverse mode, you're coming in with 4 bars to my location up here in the mobile at Stony Creek on the top of the mountain. And with that 4 bars, you're coming in loud and clear, by the way. I don't know why the repeater. Usually, this repeater is quite good, by the way. It's repeating everything perfectly. But your audio is a little bit. Maybe the repeater is not receiving you that good. But I can probably, we have a line of sight situation here. Are you close to the lake?
I'm about 10 to 15 kilometers from the lake. Yeah, that would make sense if it's a line of sight situation. This repeater the last few days, last time I checked in, kind of all over the place. Might be a proper situation. We seem to have some low cloud cover here in southwest Mississauga this evening, so that might be playing a role. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Actually, my location is, if you look down to the, at night time, if you look at Stony Creek area, like east of Hamilton, and, the CH tower, or you call it OPP tower, whatever, that's a quite high tower, and you can see the flashing red lights. I'm not that far from that, just a little bit east of that. So, basically that would be the, if you can see those lights, and you can see the mountain, then probably that would be like a line of sight situation, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I know where you're talking here with the CNET tower. The name escapes me off the top of my head, but I'm quite familiar with the scanner hobby. That's something I've been into for quite a long time, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Pass it back to you, VA380.
All right, thank you very much, and your signal is in.
Oh, it dropped.
Yeah, sorry, I left it on reverse mode. I was transmitting in reverse for a second. And, you're coming in with S4, and that would be half scale. This radio shows me S7 bars. So you give me 4 of those 7. So it's a little bit stronger than half scale. And thank you very much for your check-in. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta with the COVID-19 ARS Lock.net. Do we have any news stations anywhere who would like to check in? Please go ahead.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie, Juliet, Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, X-Ray Lima, Juliet.
Victor Echo 3.
Okay, I did hear 3 stations. The third one, you dropped the repeater. So I heard Chuck, Vanya, and who was the third station? Please go ahead.
Victor Echo 3, Charlie Echo Uniform.
Charlie Echo Uniform. All right, just stand by for a second. Chuck, please go ahead.
Hey, good evening there, Arpad, and everyone on net. Chuck here in the east end of Hamilton. Arpad, you're doing a fabulous job coming in here full scale, even on 1 watt, and sounding good there, my friend. I wish you would have told me. I am streaming the net on YouTube under my call sign, of course. Put in VA3CJZ, and if anyone's interested in checking it out there, that's what I'm doing for you. And good net there, Arpad. I've been listening along the entire time there. So you're in Stony Creek, you say?
Yeah, that's right. We went for a little ride, and we walked with we have 2 dogs, and we walked the dogs. And Kathy, my wife, she says, "Okay, park here." And it was an old railroad track, and just north of Donville area somewhere, and we walked 7 kilometers each way, so 14 kilometers altogether. So the poor doggies, they are all dying in the back of the vehicle.
Yeah, I can just imagine. The pooches are pooped out. Well, sometimes that's good. That's what they need, They have to expend exercise, just like we do. Anyhow, a lovely day today. Could have been a little bit less windy, but other than that, this is the rainy season, so we have to deal with it. Make the best of it. Anyhow, great net, Arpad. We'll upload the net there after we're done. So back to you, VA3CJZ. Back to net control.
Okay, thank you very much. And yeah, if you guys want to see the website, it's Chuck's. He's broadcasting the V83CJZ. That's where you go. And Wanya, please go ahead.
Hello, everybody on the net. I don't have much to add. I was hoping, Arpad, you're going to put your tiller in the trunk and then stop by my house to help me out with the garden, but I guess you forgot to do that.
Yeah, tomorrow. I have to go to church in the morning. Then after that, no problem.
Tomorrow, I cannot work tomorrow.
Okay, somebody has the website on, and that person who has the website on, just make sure your voice activation is turned off, because I can hear myself coming back. So somebody is Chuck. Maybe you want to look into it, see who is there, and somebody has the voice activation on. I can hear myself coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, Wanya, what are you planting? You have paprika or what? What are you planting?
No, I'm not planting anything yet. It's just I have to prepare the soil for the net. I don't know. I'm gonna plant stuff maybe by end of the month. Every time when we plant, we tried the last year. Nothing worked out because there was one day in the May, temperature dropped and all the things which sprout, like it kind of died on us. Some of them survived, so we didn't have much of the garden yet last year. But this year we're gonna wait end of the month and we're gonna plant stuff. So we will see. I have it, I guess enough so I can do it by hand. But anyways, lazy.
Yeah, actually, our garden. Yeah, we tried some paprika and whatnot. They weren't the best. But the tomatoes, plant some tomatoes, and we have tomatoes coming out at the yin yang all the time. We can't even stop them. I think that's the best for well, at least at my house area.
With us, we never have anything good per se. Like it's just soil just kind of sucked. So what I did this year, we ordered the one of those big bags. So I removed some of the soil and I add the new one in. So we will see how it's going to work out in a couple of months. But yeah, prior to this year, like everything was trial and error. Plus, we didn't have that much time to work on it. But now I did my best. I mean, what I think I have done what I think it should be done, and we'll see how it's going to work out soon.
Yeah, if you want, I can save you some dog poop. We got lots of dog poop saved up all winter, and I dig a hole, and we're going to work it into the garden. So that's why the tomatoes are growing like crazy tomatoes. All right, Wanya, you're coming in with a full scale, of course, and on reverse through the repeater, whatever, no problem, and we are not that far from you. And thank you very much for your check-in. And who was the third station? Try that one more time, sorry.
CEU. That was CEU.
V3CEU, please go ahead.
Good evening, Arpad, and everybody else on the net. Yeah, just listening along, and just figured I'd drop in and say hello.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. And S4 on reverse, where are you located at? Are you at home?
Yeah, I'm at the same location and sitting in the same room, and I've got the same radio and the same antenna on the old cookie sheet. There's nothing moves.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, on the repeater, you were a little bit noisier, I guess, but on reverse, you were quite good and absolutely no noise. And thank you very much for your check-in. And let's see. Do you have anything else, Annette?
Nope, nothing else. Just listening along. So 73, so now I'll be listening. V3VAD, VE3CU.
All right, thank you. And this is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta with the COVID-19 ARS log.net. We are at day number 404 today, 404. Do we have any new stations who would like to check in? Please go ahead.
That's it.
Okay, I'm not hearing any stations. I heard some clipping noise. I'm not sure. I checked in reverse. I did not hear anyone. Did anybody try to get in? Please go ahead.
I think so. No conditions.
Okay, looks like this is it for today, and let's call for last call stations then. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta with the COVID-19 ARS log.net. I'm looking for last call stations. Do we have any stations? Any last call stations who would like to check in? Please go ahead. DE3GMP. Hello, Garnet. Good evening to you. Please go ahead. And yeah, I can hear you barely, but I can hear you.
I don't get out. I got a little Mickey Mouse radio.
Yeah, I know because I took your good radio and Huey's still crying. I don't know. I'm gonna have to give him a specifier or something.
I have to call you a snake, and that's what we have to call you.
Yeah, I was talking to. I went to school with a Korean guy, and I asked the Korean guy, "Did you ever eat snake?" And he says, "Yes, I had to eat snake because I had to." And I said, "What do you mean you had to eat snake?" And he said he was in some kind of labor camp or somewhere, and they didn't have no food, and they had to eat snakes.
Very gross. I don't think I'll eat snake. I think I'd rather starve.
Well, I guess you never have been to North Korea yet. When you go to North Korea, you go to the bar. They have snakes in the sake, and actually that's a delicacy. And when I had that sake, and they asked me how does it taste like, and it tastes like snake. And they said, how do you know what the taste? How does the snake taste like? But it has a special taste for sure.
Interesting. I've never tried it.
Yeah, and apparently the snake is being killed. They're putting it into the bottle as live, and it just rots in there, and gives a little special taste.
Interesting. No, I don't care for it. There's no nets on tonight, eh?
The Toronto ARS net is starting in 5 minutes, and they are going to use, used to be on 14652, and I think it's 14654 or something. I can't remember, something like that in simplex mode. Maybe Gary knows the number, the frequency. Gary, are you still with us? Yeah, I don't have the exact frequency. I don't have any papers here today. Just try it in 5 minutes. Have a listen on 14654 area.
Yeah, it's simplex, I guess, eh?
Yeah, those guys are not that strong though. They are using very Mickey Mouse antennas. In Toronto, they're having issues to put up antennas, and they're living in apartments and whatnot. They don't have good antennas, so you may not going to be able to hear them. But yeah, you can try. They were on 14652, and some people were complaining to running net on simplex. Nobody is using 14652, but when you run a net for a half an hour or 15 minutes each day at 8 o'clock, people start complaining right away. So you go figure that out.
Yeah. I can set on 520 all day long and nobody's on there.
Yeah, and you and we're going to talk on it for 2 minutes, and right away somebody is going to come on. Oh, this is the calling frequency. You go change, move, move, move. You know? Yeah, some people are like that.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But it's quiet. 2 meter calling frequency. I set on 430 quite often. I can see that on the bandwidth, and then there's no movement, no nothing on it.
Yeah, actually, I like the 440. My location at home, on 440, I have absolutely no noise. On the 2 meter side, I have no noise all day until 5 o'clock, 5:15. Actually, it's 5:14. It's like somebody turns a switch on, and my noise level goes up to like S7, from 0 to noise 7. It's not like creeping up. It's like somebody hits a switch. And I'm not sure if it's anything to do with hydro or something on the street. I have no idea what that is. But after that, after 5 o'clock, I cannot use 2 meter.
Yeah, it sounds like a grow up or something. Somebody in the basement got big lights going or something.
And how would you know that's the reason? Do you know anything what I don't know?
No, I don't. But I mean, that's the number one cause for it. Out of that, plasma TVs. But if it's the same time every night, I would say it's a grow light, because if it's the same time every night, right, and it shuts off the same time.
Yeah, exactly, same time, and about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, it goes away. So yeah, it comes on at 5:14 exactly. I can look at my watch, and 5:14, and the noise level comes on. So somebody must have a timer, and it could be like a grow up or something. I seen that on actually I did Google it, and yeah, they have these ballasts or balloons or whatever they call it. I think ballast for the some kind of grow up lights. And you need some kind of like a device, and it could able to wipe out the HF band as well.
Yeah, it's a shame you got that in your neighborhood. That's not nice to have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? I try to figure out if you do any grow ups or anything like that, but you know, like you avoided the answer. So, but it's legal now, so you can have 4 plants, right?
Yeah, but I got you like 30 over at 9, eh? You got the height. You're in a good location.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to buy a nice tent, and I'm going to move up here, and with my generator, spend all summer here.
Yeah, I looked it up on Street View from the APRS, and there's a big gravel parking lot right at the edge of the mountain. That's where you're setting in?
Yeah, exactly. You know where the garbage bin is always full, and there's a big drum, and everybody just keep putting in the garbage, and the wind just keeps blowing it away.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, there's the empty it more often. But yeah, I looked on Street View when I located you. It's interesting. I like to say I keep my APRS on all the time in the car.
Yeah, me too. Mine is running. I did turn it off right now because sometimes when you see it's when I'm transmitting on 440. Sometimes when it's transmitting on APRS, I lose some audio there. So yeah, usually right now I'm running only one single band.
Yeah, mine's the same way, Arpad. If I'm driving along and I'm listening to the radio and it beacons, it pauses the radio for a split second. Mine does the same thing.
Yeah, Roger, and you know, on these Kenwood radios, the newer ones, the old D710s, they didn't do that, but the new ones, what they have is actually, if you go to the APRS.fi website and you click on it, and click on my call sign on the mobile, basically it tells you what frequency I'm monitoring. So when I'm driving around, of course, the APRS is running on the 2 meter side. And usually I can put it on the 2 meter side, 14652. Usually I do that when I'm driving like long distances. going up to the cottage or something, I don't look for repeaters and stuff. So I put it on 14652, or I can put it on the repeater, like the ZOE repeater, for example. And it's actually on the APRS message, it's going to say what is the other band is. If the APRS is on A band, it shows the B band. So actually, it would tell you what repeater or what frequency I'm monitoring. So you can call me on the other band.
Oh, that's kind of neat. I don't know if mine does that or not, but that's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's a new option. I had the D710. I do have one at home, and it doesn't do that. It just sends you the message whatever you're programming in. And if I change the frequency on the other band other than the APRS, it just keeps following it. So so basically I'm monitoring at 14652, and you can call me on simplex. Or for example, you can have a GPS in your car, and you can see all the ham radio operators on the GPS. You can see the data cable. If you plug in a GPS, an NMA capable GPS, it's like waypoints. And now when you are driving, I can see you on my GPS, and when I'm going to pass you, I know what frequency you are monitoring on the B band, and basically when I'm passing you, I can call you on simplex, or I can call you on the repeater what you're using. So it's a quite interesting setup, and the new software is better than the old one.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I don't think mine does that. Mine's the STM400DX. I'm not sure if it does that or not. For the GPS, you just have to. What you have to do is the NMA input and output. So it would work both ways to the GPS. So it would upload all the ham stations, whatever the radio is hearing stations. It uploads it as a waypoint. So if somebody is moving all days, always the new location is there. So if you and we are driving to Montreal or Vancouver, and I always know where you are. Yeah, well, that's going to be fun. When I go out west in a couple of months, it's going to be fun because I don't have the APRS on the whole time. I know Northern Ontario might be no repeaters up there, but let's see how it works anyways.
Yeah, actually, not last summer, a year before, I drove down to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and all that, and it worked all the way. So they do have APRS receivers basically. If you go to the RF, for example, my station, I'm sitting right here, and it's like do the digipeating. It's set up in repeater mode.
Yeah, my DMR radio does digital APRS. I gotta get that programmed. So if my car's not hitting repeater, hopefully my digital will through the internet.
Yeah, then you're gonna have to have internet connection all the way to the trip. Yeah, no, I'm going over RF all the time. What is the frequency? 14439. That's I'm going over RF all the time.
Yeah, I do most times too, but I want to get the handheld program up for APRS as well. Then it gives me, if the analog doesn't work, I know the digital might, as long as I got internet too, right?
Yeah, Roger. I got the Yaesu radio. It does APRS as well. And what I do is when I'm walking, I can use it in very, very low power, so I can use it all day. It can beacon out all day, and I just beacon into the car, and the car is going to, with higher power, going to rebroadcast it to the gateways.
Yep. Sounds good. I'm going to try it anyways and try and check it out.
Yeah, Roger that. All right, good luck. And of course, you are full scale, so that's the best what I can tell. There's not that much bars in here on this radio, 7 bars, and everybody. There was only one single station, which one I could not hear, but everybody was coming in quite good, and 16 stations checked in.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad Guinness working for you. Thank you for being there anyways, Arpad. It's something to look forward to this evening.
Yeah, roger that. Let me give out one more call just to see if you have any stations who would like to check into the COVID-19 ARS lockdown net. And I'm looking for last call stations. Please go ahead.
Recheck.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, but it's me, Richard. If you're looking for a new QTH, my cousin and her husband are put their place on the market. You need to pay $2 for it, and you would move out to Dunville Way, and that way it takes quite a while for Huey to come on his scooter out there, and your dog could have a good run. It's about an acre of property, and you get a view of Lake Erie.
Yeah, Donville Way is not the best for me because that's where Paul lives. We 3 p.m. and then we would have to hang out at the a coffee shop. That's what they do 7 days a week. They're sitting at Tim Hortons there, and there's nothing else to do unless you do some fishing on the Grand River.
Yeah. Love fishing.
Roger, you can always say, need no car. XYL's got the car.
Might as well just buy a helicopter and fly into work every day. Land on the roof. that would be good for her. All right, Richard. Anything else in it?
Instead of going to Timmy's or any of the other places shopping, all you have to do is send your drone to get it for you.
Yeah, you know that company called Amazon. That's what they're working on. They're doing some experimenting right now. Then the idea is you order something, and in less than 20 minutes, whatever you ordered is going to be at your door. And the device is it's a drone basically. It's going to fly to your home, and it's going to land on the front of your house. You just take out the whatever you ordered, and it's going to fly away. So that's the future going to be. They don't have to send the trucks out anymore.
And Roger, if they make a mistake and it lands on the roof, you have to get your ladder up to go and retrieve it.
Well, you would be surprised. These machines are so smart these days. They never make mistakes like that. I think this new technology, what they have, these automatic cars and whatnot, they are better drivers than you and I. So, and lots of delivery drivers are going to be out of the job, taxi drivers, truck drivers, because, you're just going to tell your truck, okay, you start up, you load it, and then go down to Montreal, and don't come back with, like if you are not loaded. So, you don't need no more drivers. The little machine can run 7 days a week, 24 hours. Never gets tired.
Hey, Roger. I heard on the news tonight, I heard something on the radio today that down the States, they're desperate for drivers, that their wages are about $12,000 a month for a driver.
Yeah, well, you know what? There's driver shortages right now. You cannot find if you would like to hire a truck driver, nobody would do it, especially with this COVID-19 and whatnot. I was listening to Glenn Beck. I'm not sure if you heard that guy. He was talking about that today. Some people, they go to work for $15 an hour. And when you're sitting home, you get more than $15 an hour. And, unemployment, whatever, all these COVID-19 situations, they pay you more. So why would people go to work? And, lots of truck drivers, they don't go to work. The work conditions are not the greatest. So I'm not trying to defend them, but I know exactly how hard is for, and they cutting the hours for them because when I used to drive the trucks, so we had no logbooks, no nothing. You drive as much you want. In Europe, that's where I started when I was 17 years old. You believe it or not? And I never even heard about logbooks in Europe back in those days, back in the 80s. And now they so much regulations. People just say, you know what? I cannot make money because they cut my hours down. You could drive 15 hours before. Now you can drive only 10 hours. So how can you make money? And you have to sit there and you're going to be on the road for 7 days a week, and you can work only 10 hours a day. Just forget it.
What you do is you get your XYL to learn how to get her AZ license, and away you go as a team. She gets her downtime while you're driving, and you get your downtime while she's driving. So it's a win-win situation. You're pulling in good money. So, but as long as you can drive safely, after what they're worried about is people getting drowsy and taking pennies to keep them going. That's the main problem. Trying to stay awake.
Well, you know what? One day I was talking to a lady, and she worked in an office, and she tells me, "Oh, yeah, truck drivers are making so much money, blah blah blah." And I said to her, I said, "Yes, they do. But how much time do you put into your work?" I said, "You come in at 9 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, you go home to your family, and you got paid. Doesn't matter what you do." And I said, truck drivers, they work like 10 hours a day now, and basically they tell them. I said to her, I said, "How would you feel if I would tell you, you work for 8 hours, then you're going to have a bed in your office, and you're not allowed to go home to your family, to your children, to your husband, and next day you can work 8 hours again." And she says, "No, I wouldn't do that." I said, "That's what the truck drivers are doing. So they're putting in 24 hours, and they can work only 10 hours, and basically they are treated like poo-poo. Let's put it that way." So. Yeah, well, I don't know. Lots of people would not able to do that job, but people don't understand. And when you're making $60,000 a year, you're putting in, you're home 7 days a week, maybe. Some people. 7 days a year. They are always on the road, and people don't understand that. And now if you could put your wife in the truck, that would be an interesting situation because you're gonna make a whole bunch of them babies. Where are you gonna put all those little children?
You say that for when you get back to back home. But I had one cousin. She had driven school bus. Her height was, you can only just see the top of her. You were looking at the school bus from the street or from a car. All you could see was her hair, and she got stopped several times driving school bus. They thought well, the kids had taken the bus, and she had her license for driving a school bus, and then she went to DART. Then she tried to went out to Slack Transport, and Mr. Slack took her out to see how she was. And when they got back in the yard and they tapped in the lunchroom, they asked her how did she like it. She said, "Now you can imagine a half a dozen truckers sitting around doing their paperwork," and she says, "That was a lot better than having sex." And I would have loved to see the jaws drop on those drivers.
Roger that. All right, Richard. I'm going to say 73. I'm going to switch over to the 2 meter Toronto AirSnet, and maybe I can catch the end of it. And 73 to you. And do we have any last call stations to the COVID-19 ARS lockdown net? Please go ahead.
Echo 3, Fox, November, India.
Sean is here. Okay. I'm in the mobile right now, by the way, and I'm going to check you on reverse just to make sure I can hear you.
Hi, Arpad. I just got home about 2 minutes ago. I was at George's house, VE3KYY. He says hello. And I just checking in now. I have not heard the rest of that. I just heard Richard a second ago. Hi, Richard. I hope everything is okay. VE3FNI.
Yeah, Sean, what were you using for antenna or radio?
Right at the moment, I'm back at the house. I'm back at my house. I'm using the Comet Golf Papa 6, GP6 Comet dual band antenna.
Okay, yeah, because I'm receiving you with 2 bars, and I'm up on the top of the mountain in the mobile. I thought maybe I can hear you a little bit better. Are you on low power?
Oh, surprisingly, I'm at full power right now. I'm surprised to hear what you're telling me, actually. I am going through that triplexer now, however.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what would be. Yeah, you're coming in quite weakly. But that doesn't mean anything, you know. Like I don't know. Maybe it's yeah, I'm high up here in the mountain, and everybody's signal is quite good, and even Emnon from Toronto was coming in quite good, and you're not that strong. But you know what? Maybe your antenna doesn't see my antenna.
I haven't seen the antenna since we had the high winds yesterday. Maybe something has happened to my antenna without my knowledge. Not sure. I'll wait to see you on reverse right now. I'll try to see what you sound like on reverse right now.
Yeah, actually, your signal dropped down to almost nothing. Yeah, I'm not sure if something is going on there. And yeah, your signal were 2 bars, and when I checked you now, it dropped down to 1 bar and went into the noise. So I'm not sure if the antenna or the connections or something. I don't know. Something is happening.
Okay, let me just.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Victor Echo 3, Fox, November, India. Any one copy?
Yeah, go ahead. You're coming through the repeater loud and clear. I'll check you on reverse.
Okay, so try to check me on reverse right now. I have the feed line directly attached to the back of the radio, bypassing the triplexer.
No, it's the same thing. So it's I'm not saying you know, like usually I am not transmitting from here. So maybe if Mark is still with us, Mark, are you receiving Sean?
All right, I'll do another transmission for Mac right now. It's VE3FNI for ID.
VA3CJZ. Good evening, Sean. I've got you here at S3 on reverse.
Oh, very good. Hi, Chuck. I actually got you nothing on reverse, but I can hear you through the repeater just great. Maybe I should go take a look at my antenna. Maybe it's sideways. Maybe it's not even like standing up anymore.
Well, I'm only running 10 watts.
Well, you make the repeater just fine. Anyway, I'm glad I caught the net. I thought maybe I had missed it, and Arpad being mobile explains why I was unable to find the net on, what do you call it, YouTube tonight.
Yeah, well, that's right. Actually, Chuck is running the net on YouTube.
Oh, very good. I got to take a look at George's cellular shelter box. It's very nice. I think he did really well with that acquisition.
Yeah, I told him to install a deck trailer or something. That would be good. Maybe on a Dulax, or I think it's 7,000 pounder or something.
Yeah, that thing needs some serious horsepower to move it around. It's built extremely solid. I got to look through all the remnants of the old cellular equipment. There are still amplifiers in there and optical media converters, but a lot of the logic stuff was ripped out. But well built, very nice.
Yeah, what about the batteries? What kind of batteries does he have?
There's no batteries in there as far as I can tell.
Oh, yeah, because I suggested he had an issue. He had to hire a crane for $600 to take it up from the low boy. I guess they brought it in, and I suggested to him just hook it up to your pickup truck on the top and just flip it over and put it on the side. Then just flip it back up, and when the trailer is out, and he said he can't do that because the batteries are inside of it. He doesn't want to damage them.
I think he was mistaken the Ericsson cabinet. I think he was mistaken the Ericsson cabinets for batteries, but I didn't see any batteries. Maybe I wasn't looking hard enough.
Yeah, it came in one of those like a drop deck called low boy, whatever they call them. That's what I would done. I wouldn't pay $600 to get a crane, and he said the crane had a hard time to take it off. I would just tell the guy drive right up to the beside the tower where I want it, then flip it over, flip it back, and just drag it over with the pickup truck. No problem. So I guess that's okay. He got it for nothing anyways, and if he would put it up on a flat deck Dulax or trailer, then he could use it as a zombie-proof mobile unit.
Well, you're the expert on that topic, including the zombies. Just another topic. I'm gloating a little bit, but tomorrow I get to fly a Bombardier Global 6000 airplane. Sorry, a jet.
Okay, Bombardier. And who is going to give you the keys for that?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say.
All right. Yeah, listen, how many people can you carry? Because Huey wants to go for a ride, and just make sure he's sitting so the balance is going to be perfect.
So I think the jet is actually set up for I think it can hold around 30-something people, but I think it's set up for 8 or 9 people. It's corporate jet type situation. So it's going to be really interesting. I'm not piloting it, of course. I don't have any jet certifications or anything like that, but I'm going to be the only passenger on board tomorrow, and obviously I'll be up in the flight deck, which is going to be fantastic. I'm not sure how long we're going to be up in the air tomorrow, but we'll be departing from Pearson, and basically, I haven't been able to do that before, so I'll be the only person on the entire jet aside from the other pilot.
Yeah, I guess you guys flying for an oil change or something, like a service call.
Yeah, you nailed it. It's something like that. I'm not even quite sure, but I'm looking forward to it, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just, don't cross, make sure you take your passport with you in case you guys end up in the United States of America.
Which passport? The country citizenship passport or the COVID passport? What's more important?
Well, you don't need a COVID passport to come into Ontario. No, you need your passport, the regular passport. And actually, Curtis, one of the relatives, they were coming back from a holiday, and they didn't want to pay that $2,000 hotel stay for 2 of them. So that would be like $4,000. So what they did was they got a test in Atlanta or somewhere. Then they flew to Buffalo, and they jumped into a taxi in Buffalo, and the taxi drove them to the border, and they walked right across the bridge, and somebody picked them up in Niagara Falls. That was it. no money being exchanged to the government.
So all you really need is a taxi, and the taxi guys are cleaning up since Uber. This is their time to shine.
Yeah. Here you go. It's not mandatory. There's a loophole right now. You can go around it, so you don't have. If you guys are, if the wind is going to blow you down to the United States, just walk back to Canada.
Okay, thanks for the tip. And I'm not sure what the weather's doing tomorrow, but regardless, it should be fun. Worst case, I might have a few drinks. Anyway, back to you, back to net control, and VE3F&I for ID. Everything else is going well here, so we could find out who's next. Make another call, I guess. See who else is listening to the net. 73. Aero 404.
Your GoPro camera for tomorrow and post it on YouTube. We want to see that Sean is touching the steering wheel, kind of deal.
Oh yeah, I'll operate the craft.
Don't say that too loud because the FAA is listening.
I'll think about operating the craft.
That's right. It's just like ham radio, anybody can use the ham radio long as you're not using any switches, and they can use the microphone and they can talk, right?
I was trying to talk without the switch just now. It didn't work.
Yeah. All right, okay, Sean. You're coming in good, and S2 on reverse, and Mark is probably checking in the simplex net. He's probably, that's what he's doing. That's why he wasn't here.
I'm back.
Yeah, did you check Sean on reverse? I'm not sure. I can hear him only with 2 bars.
Come on back, Sean. Hi, Mac. It's Sean. How are you? Hopefully you'll get me up here at the normal S3, I suppose. Hopefully. Goodness, no. S8. You do a good job. You're a really good job. Well, I like to aim low. Hey, we want to know what Air 404 really means, because today's day number 404. 404. I feel like this is an exam question. No, Error 404. Page not found. Isn't that 403? No, you're right. I don't even know anymore. Oh, wow. Okay. I fail. In your own business. The web is so 1990s. Okay, guys. Back to net control. Thanks, Arpad.
Okay, Kati is looking up the answer for that. Yeah, but what does that mean, 404? Why is that saying 404? Talking to Kati at the same time. Hold on. Exam question.
Right, so the 400 series of error codes in HTTP, what do you call it? I remember there's like an unauthorized error code there in the 400 series. Remember another one, 404 is not found, so like what Mac was saying, like you're looking for a URI or URL and it's not there, you'll get a 404. And I think the other one was like 401, and that means you're not authorized to access the web resource. And there's a handful of other ones, but if you ask me those, I'll definitely fail. And I think, there was one other one for timeout. I think it was like 410 or 408 or something like that. So if the server can respond quick enough, you get like a 409 or 408 error code.
Well, I'm not a computer technician, so I would not know. I had an error 404 before, and just page cannot find, and it says right underneath. I guess it's just one of those code things, and somebody came up.
401.
Hold on.
401 unauthorized.
401 unauthorized. That's what Kati says. 403 is forbidden. And 402 is payment required.
I don't think 402 was ever actually implemented. I think it was like early days of internet. But I got 401 and 403 right, so that's good. I just forgot what 404 was. I guess I couldn't remember what that was. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, and there's one more. It's 400. It's bed request. The only thing what I know about these 404s is like a 400. I know the 401 is running east and west in Ontario.
So there's other codes too. There's the 200 series codes, which are usually like affirmative or positive result codes. So they're like good results. And I know there's, I think, like 300, 400, 500, but I don't remember what those are. But anyway, enough of that.
All right, Sean. I guess I'm going to close the net. Kati wants to go home, and we left at I don't know what time, at 12 o'clock or something like that. And we went for a big walk and with the doggies, and the doggies are in the sitting in the back of the car. And that's it. I'm going to say 73, and I'll talk to you later.
VA3CJZ. All right. Well, if there's anybody listening there and you guys want to rewatch the COVID net on YouTube, I did stream it live on my YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ in the search box and look for Arpad's mobile COVID net. This is VA3CJZ. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chuck. Good to hear from you, and thanks for picking up the ball. And that makes a Saturday night COVID net another check-in with Chuck. 7-3s, VA3 IMW, I'll be clear.
Okay, so long.
He loads up anybody's call sign. VA3 PDL.
All right, guys, I'm going to close the net. I'm going to give out one more last call just in case anybody was waiting. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta with the COVID-19 ARS lockdown net. Do we have any last call stations anywhere before we close the net? Please go ahead. Nothing heard. 73 guys. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. And I would like to say a big thank you to VE3IQL Terry, the owner of the VE3ZOE repeater, and the repeater is working great. And most of the stations, actually there was only one single station I could not able to hear, and everybody was doing a superb job. We had 17 people who checked in to this net. This is Victor Alpha 3, Victor Alpha Delta. I will return the repeater back to normal use. 73 and good night.
73, Arpad, see you tomorrow. 73.